Alright guys, welcome to Kickin Abs. I know it is Halloween and we are not having Kickin Abs because we're not having our evening classes, so everyone can stay at home and hand out candy or go out with their kids or grandkids, whatever it is that you guys do. So I'm going to take you through this quick Kickin Abs class. It is 30 minutes of abs. Remember, if you do some of these exercises incorrectly, there is potential for injury, so make sure you look at form and focus on your function, okay? You know we start out with that plank series if you've done Kickin Abs before, so we are gonna start out on a hand plank, so a high plank. Each interval will be 30 seconds. We're gonna work first internal abs, then we're gonna work obliques, and then we're gonna work all those external abs, the ones you see that when you look in the mirror. All right, here we go. In your hand plank, 3, 2, 1. Right up here on your hands, okay? Nice and long. Chin stays out of chest, so don't look down this way. You want to look right down at the mat, just about right above your fingertips. Make sure your hands are externally rotated so that those pointer fingers are pointing straight towards the front. Make sure you're pushing the floor away and rounding so you're not dumping in like this. And then also make sure you're not sagging in the hips. Good, pull it up. Here, all we're gonna add here is a toe tap out and a toe tap back in. That's right, so we're staying here, toe tap out, toe tap back in. Good, we're here for 30 seconds. You wanna make sure those hips stay in line so we're not sagging down here. Push up. If you need to go to your knees, that's totally fine. Take the knees out and take the knees back in. Good, right here, we're gonna turn this into plank jacks. If this is too much, then just go ahead and stay with out, in. Just pick up the pace a little bit, okay? Try not to rock too much over your shoulders. So keep those shoulders in one place. Good. Keep going, guys. You got about 15 seconds here. And then we're going to take a quick break in child's pose before we move into our forearm plank, okay? Good. Back to child's pose. Stretch it out. Then when you hear the beeps, you're going to go to that forearm plank. Good. So here on your forearms, palms face up, hands stay in line with the elbows. So try not to bring them in and clench them like a basket, but you want to open them up. Yes, good. Hold there. You got a 30-second interval here. Good, from here we're just gonna lift up right leg and lift up left leg. Lift up right leg, lift up left leg. This is your build. So base was holding the plank, build is here, and then we'll go into power, okay? So stay there, lift one leg, lower, alternate. When you hear the beeps, we're gonna be turning this into Spider-Man, okay? So that knee is gonna come up to the shoulder. Here we go, nice and quick. This is your power round, guys. Make sure you're using your butt. Try not to let those hands come together. Remember, your core is everything from your neck to your knees. So we're working everything here, shoulders, core, we're working hips, glutes, legs, the whole shebang. Good, go ahead and sit it back to your child's pose. We're gonna start off in that hand plank again, because we're gonna walk down to an elbow plank, okay? Here we go, hand plank, go down to your elbows. Pause, press up to your hands. Good, now alternate the hand that you go down with, down to your elbows, press up with the hand. Pause. Down and up. Yes, stay there, stay there. You got about 10 seconds left here. I know you should be warmed up right now, right? Now we're gonna take out that pause. Here we go, down, down, up, down, down, up. Remember, your feet can be wide here. What we don't want is a rocking in the hips. Down, down, up, down, down, up. Keep those those hips nice and line, okay? 15 seconds, so you're halfway there. Once you hear the beeps, we're gonna continue that, but we're gonna add a plank jack in between, okay? This is your power round. So when you hear those beeps, you're gonna keep going. Down, down, up, up. 1, 2, plank jack. Down, down, up, up. 1, 2 for that plank jack. Down, down, up, up. 2, down, down, up, up. 2, up, up. 2, keep those hips in line. 1, 2. 1, 2, almost there. 1, 2. 1, 2, good. Shake it out, take a break. We're gonna be going to dead bug next. So dead bug, on your backs. Knees right in line with the hips, heads relaxed on the floor, arms reaching for the sky. When you hear the beeps, we're going opposite leg, opposite arm, over the head. Here we go. Come back. Good. Come back. Out. Come back. Press your lower back into the mat. Good job, guys. Here we go, dead bug. Good, keep going, guys. Okay, here we go. We're going to both arms going up over the head and one leg extending. Both arms, one leg. Both arms, one leg. The slower you go, the better you do on these. Hover that heel right up off the mat. Press the lower back into the mat. Keep going there. Both arms go over the head. One leg extends. Good. Now we're going to a crunch. Just crunch it up, chest to knees. Crunch it up, chest to knees. Try not to bring those knees past your hip line. You want to bring your chin or your forehead up towards the ceiling. About 10 seconds left here. Good, take a quick break, then we're gonna go to long lever dead bug. Okay, long lever dead bug means that our legs are gonna be going out, straight out long. Okay, so here's your dead bug, down and up, down and up, let's go. Dead bug, long leg. Let's go. Head, neck, and shoulders are lifted this time, so it's a little bit different than the last series where head, neck, and shoulders are down on the mat. I want everything lifted. Good. Now, arms go over the head and then reach for the toes. I call these suitcases. Coming up to crunch. Keep your chin out of your chest. Press the lower back into the mat. Good. Stay there. Keep reaching for those suitcases. When you hear the beeps, you're staying here and you're pulsing up, toe touches. So legs should be straight up. Notice how I started out with them a little bit past my hips. And notice that, and I push the back out. You want them right in line with your hips. Keep everything lifted up off the mat, and we're just crunching towards the toes. Stay there. Got about 15 seconds. Then we get a little stretch out before we go to our bird dog series, okay? Good, stretch the body out long. Reach arms long, legs long. Good, beautiful. Flip over to your hands and knees. So bird dog, we're just starting out straight arm and we're lifting left hand and right knee up off the mat and setting it down, straight up. So the knee doesn't go behind, the arm doesn't bend. We just pick it up, push the floor away. Notice how I'm rounded through the top of my back and I'm not letting the back sag in. Everything's pulled up. Good, you're gonna hold it for a second. This is a lot harder than it looks. Good, next we're gonna go to balancing tabletop. So go ahead and extend, right leg back and left arm forward, and we're just holding here. So what I don't want is for my hip to open up. If I go to the opposite side, you can kind of see if my hip is opening up, right? I want to keep it right in line. I want to pull my navel up and in, flex my foot, kick a hole through the wall behind me. Hold. Good, set it down. Now we're going to opposite side. So really your head should stay in line with your arm. It should be a long line from the crown of the head all the way to the tailbone. Hold that there. You got 15 seconds. Pull that navel in. Good. From here, squeeze that left knee and right elbow together underneath of you and extend. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, extend. Squeeze, extend. So I really want you to tuck your chin into your chest, round through the body. See how far past the midline you can get that elbow. If you can touch your knee, great. If you can go past your knee, great. If you can get your forehead to your knee, great. That's the range of motion that we're looking to get. This is so important whenever we're doing checks, teeps. Okay, take the opposite side. Here we go. Crunch it in, extend. Crunch it in, extend. Think about defensive checks in our classic kick classes where we're, squeezing there. These are so important for drawing that in and thinking about attaching the knee to the elbow. Good. We're gonna rest, shake it out for a few minutes before we move to our side plank series, so stretch it out. Then we're gonna start on the right side. Now in a side plank, I want you to start on your forearm, and you can modify a couple different ways. So you can stack your feet, that's the hardest. You can stagger your feet. You can drop that right knee underneath of you here, or if you need a base, you can take this foot behind you as well. Here we go, get back to that right side plank. Here we go, right side plank. We're just holding. This is our base, we're just holding. Your hand can be at your hip if that's better for you, but you want elbow and shoulder and other shoulder and wrist aligned, and you don't want to be sagging down here. So lift those hips skyward. You should really feel it in the right side oblique here. Good, now we're gonna go for hip dips. Down and up, down and up, down and up. Good, I call these mermaids. Good, you have 15 seconds here, so stay there. Those hips are going down, you're squeezing the obliques to lift the hips back up. And then for our power round, we're gonna add a reach through, okay? Here we go, power round, reach it through, come all the way back, hip dip, and lift. Reach it through, come all the way back, hip dip, and lift. Reach, come back, dip the hip. Good. Squeeze the obliques. You're gonna feel this in your right glute as well. So important for those side kicks and those roundhouse kicks to build the muscle there. We're gonna have a quick break in 3, 2, 1. Shake it out, 15 seconds, and then we're gonna go to that left side, okay? So you're gonna be in your left side plank this time, and we have the same progression of movements. So you're gonna go from that side plank, right to those hip dips, and then to those reach throughs. Here we go. Side plank only. Press that right hip up. Make sure everything is in alignment. Opening up through that chest. Remember, stagger the feet here if you need to, or drop that knee behind you if you need to. Okay, you should still feel it here on left side obliques. Just a few more seconds here and then we'll add in those hip dips. Here we go, down and up, down and up. Good. Yes, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good job, guys. Keep it going. You're about halfway. And then remember, for our power, we're going to be adding those reach through. So the next time that you hear the beeps, you're going to add that reach through and then the hip dip. Okay, here we go. Ready? Reach it through, pull it all the way back, dip the hip, bring it up. Reach it through, all the way back, hip dip, reach it up. Good, make sure you use your breath here. Down, press it up. Down, press it up. Okay, use that breath. We'll just have a few seconds left here, and then we get a little stretch out, and we're gonna move to a hand plank, okay? Good, stretch it out, stretch it out. So we're gonna do the same, we're gonna do side plank, but we're gonna go from the hands. Okay, the first one, when you hear the beeps, is just right here. Notice my right wrist is lined up with my right shoulder, which is lined up with my left shoulder, and lined up with my left wrist, okay? Sometimes your hand might fall asleep. You can just shake it down. Good. When you hear the beeps for the build round, we're gonna be tapping left foot forward and back. Okay, if you're on your knees here, that's totally fine. Tap forward and back. Here we go, ready? Tap forward and back. Forward and back. Squeeze that left hip up towards the ceiling. Try not to lean forward here or roll back and extend too far. You want to stay right in the center. Good, you're almost there. And then for our power, we're just gonna lift the leg. And if you want, you can do leg lifts, okay? So you're gonna do a star plank or leg lifts. Here we go, star plank looks like this. Just hold, leg lifts, up and down, up and down. Good, hold there on this right side. We'll have a few seconds to shake out in about 15 seconds, so stay with me here. And then after that shakeout, we're gonna go to the left side. You know the drill, right? Everything we do on the right side, we gotta do on the left side. Same thing with our classic kick. You do everything orthodox and southpaw. All right, stretch it out. Shake it out. Good, we have just 5 seconds and then we're gonna go to that left side plank. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Hold that side plank right here. Good form, guys. Push the floor away with the left hand. Toe taps, right toe, up and over. You want to take these nice and slow. Yes, it requires balance, body control, efficiency of movement. You're going to start to feel that left quad and left hip really burn, okay? Just what we need for those side kicks and those roundhouse kicks, okay? So let's keep it up. We're almost there. Good, now power, right leg is lifted. Watch that you don't come past the shoulder here. So you wanna keep this good form, or you can raise, lift, and lower the leg. You got about 20 seconds here, guys. I understand this is getting tough, so if you need to take a quick break and then come right back to it, you take a quick break and come right back to it. I'd rather your form stay true than for you to sacrifice form to just keep on going. We're building core, it's progressive. Always take those modifications if you need it. Shake your arms out. And then we're gonna go to bicycles. So we're gonna go right back to this dead bug. Fingertips are gonna behind your ears. Everything's lifted, head, neck, shoulders. You're gonna take your left elbow towards your right knee and stick it. Then you're gonna come right back. Take your right elbow to your left knee. Try to keep those hips planted. See how I rolled off to the side there? Try not to do that, okay? You wanna keep your core engaged. Come back, up and over. Come back to center, up and over. We're just sticking only the elbow towards the knee. Good, now we're gonna add that extension of the leg. Stick, come back. Stick, come back. Stick, come back. So we're not bringing knee to elbow. I don't care if they touch. You want to have your knee right in line with your hip. Don't bring it past your hip line in order to get it to touch. I want you to reach your elbow towards your knee. That's a big mistake that most people make when they do bicycles. All right, let's speed this up. Notice I'm using my exhale. Good. This is your power, guys. Come on, speed it up. Use your breath. Press that lower back into the mat. Keep your form true. If you need to hug your knees to your belly for a sec and then go right back to it, that's what I want you to do, okay? Good, we get a nice shake out here. A little recovery. And we're gonna go to Russian twist. Here we go. Start with your feet planted, hands in prayer position. You're gonna lower right elbow to the mat and come back to center. Lower left elbow to the mat and come back to center. Nice and slow. Here we go. Begin. Let's go, let's go. Yes. If you can't get the elbow without dumping forward, take the hand to the mat. So the hand that's closest to the mat is gonna come down. What I don't wanna see is a lot of rounding. So wanna keep yourself pulled up, your back is straight. Okay, and you're just twisting. The slower you go on these, the better you do. You're working those deep tissue muscles and those obliques. Now feet lifted off the mat, same thing. Turn, twist, come back to center. Turn, twist, come back to center. Turn, twist, come back to center. Good. So nice and slow here. Once again, I want you to stick that elbow to the mat. Elbow sticking to the mat. Feet are up off the mat. If that's not possible for you, then keep your feet on the mat. This is your second round of nice and slow. Maybe just lift the heels up off the mat and give that a try. Good, here we go. We're taking this faster. Tap, 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 okay? Speed it up. If you want here and you have weight at home, you can add weight here, weighted Russian twist. Maybe if it's even a can of whatever, beans, whatever you got, add a little weight here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, let's shake it out. And we're gonna go to back extensions, okay? A few seconds here and then I want you on your stomach. We're gonna start with toes staying planted. Arms are gonna be out at a Y. You're gonna lift and you're gonna lower. Just the head, neck, and chest. You're just gonna use your back muscles and your glute muscles. Here we go, on your belly, begin. Arms at that Y, tops of the feet are planted on the mat. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. What these are so good for is taking a lot of that rounding out of the back that we do whenever we're like hunched over our desks or books or whatever, our phones. Computers, whatever it might be. So you're gonna open up through that chest and through that collarbone here. Good. Now arms are gonna go up to a T. We're taking it all the way up and lowering all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. See if you can balance on your hip bones. Squeeze your feet together. Squeeze your glutes. Lift and lower. Good. 10 seconds here. And then staying on our bellies, we're gonna be going to an I when you hear the beeps. 3, 2, 1, everything stays lifted, lower, opposite. opposite arm, opposite leg. Swimming. Everything stays lifted. Lowering opposite arm, opposite leg. Keeping everything engaged here. Nice and slow. Good. This is your power round. Take these swimmers seriously, okay? Squeeze the glute, press the hamstring towards the ceiling. Keep everything lifted, only your belly and your hips are maybe gonna touch the mat. Good, shake it out, and then we're gonna go to our glute bridge. So from here, go into your backs. Make sure the heels are in close to the glutes, toes and heels align. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keep the chin out of the chest, so you don't want to come up here or bring your chin forward. You want to bring your chest to your chin. Bring your hips up so that they're in line with your hamstrings. Try not to let the knees splay out here. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Stay lifted. Extend right leg out, just in line with the left knee. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Keep that right leg in line. This is so hard, guys. That left inner thigh is going to be burning, okay? Try not to hyperextend the back, so squeeze the glute. Good. Try not to let that right leg lower. Good. Stay lifted. Tiny circles out with the right foot. Good. Tiny circles out with the right foot. If you need a modification here, make those circles a little bit bigger. Now, take the tiny circles in the opposite direction. Inside. Good. Set it down, lower down, draw your knees in for just a second. Now plant your heels, lift your hips, left leg extends. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Press the floor away with the palms. Good. Keep going. Squeeze your right glute at the top. 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. Tiny circles outside or inside. Doesn't matter which way you start. Good. Keep going, keep going. Good. Tiny circles to the inside. Tiny circles to the inside. Come on, keep those hips lifted. Don't let them drop down or droop down, okay? Keep them up. Engage the right glute, squeeze it. Good, bend the knee, lower, draw the knees in, rock from right to left, and then we're gonna be going to our hip extensions, okay? So hip extensions on your back, knees bent, heels do not have to be out, so we don't have to be at a 90-degree here. What we're doing is lifting and pressing, lifting and pressing. Good. Excellent. Lift and press. This is working the lower abdominals, everything that we need for those front kicks, right? Those knees. Good. Now extend the legs, bring the knees in, lift. Extend, bring them in, lift. Extend, bring them in, lift. Good. So head and shoulders stay down on the mat. Extend, bring them in, lift. We're gonna be going to jackknives for power in about 10 seconds. So these are pretty hard, okay? Here we go, jackknife. Or a V-up. Sit all the way up, touch the toes. If you wanna make it harder, hover the heels, don't set them down. If you need it easier, set the feet down between each one. Come on, let's go, guys. You're halfway. Come on. V-ups or jackknives. Let's go. Awesome job. Way to go. All right, out, the last thing we have to do is sit up, okay? So we're gonna sit up 4 pulses. And sit up 4 pulses down. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, pulse. All the way down. 1, 2, 3, pulse. All the way down. 1, 2, 3, pulse. Good. So you're taking 4 counts to get all the way up, pulsing at the top, or 3 counts to get all the way up, pulsing at the top. Good. Now we're gonna sit up and 1, 2, 3, pulse it down. Sit all the way up. 1, 2, 3, pulse it down. Good job, guys. Keep going. There you go, 10 seconds. Good, now we're going to lemon squeezies. Hands can be behind you. We're pulling it up and in. If you don't need the hands, they can be out to the side. Come on, 15 seconds. Good, stretch it out. Stretch it out. Good, now we're gonna be going to a full sit-up. Straight up, reach for the toes, okay? Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. All the way up, reach for the toes. You can do these weighted, if you like. I call these yogi push-up or yogi sit-ups. All the way up, all the way down. Once again, so good for that whole abdominal sheet. Everything we use in kickboxing. Front kicks, checks, teeps, all that good stuff. Okay, now we're gonna go to X-ups. Alternating leg and hand. Come on, you only have 2 things left to do. This and 1 more. Awesome job, way to go. Last thing, boat pose. You can do half boat or you can do full boat. Last 30 seconds. Come on, how close can you get your belly and your chest to your thighs? Try not to lose your balance on that tailbone. Come on, we got 10 seconds. And time, relax, shake it out. Big stretch. Good job, you made it through Kickin Abs. Have a great Halloween. See you guys later.